Fun May. A name that's both new and familiar.
I thought Member 4, Pokakakamon, had gotten rid of most of the Society members.
I didn't hear back.
Of course! This is a summit between 3 geniuses.
It's a special time. All departments are preparing to welcome distinguished guests from the Genius Society. Madame Ronmei doesn't like fanfare and probably wouldn't appreciate a crowd to welcome her, so I asked the researchers to keep things simple.
I took her to see the portraits of the Society members a few days ago. I wanted to have the researchers make one for her as well, but she declined the offer. I don't get it. Whatever, as long as she's happy.
I heard Miss Ronmei likes snacks and pastries, so I asked the researchers to prepare some traditional desserts from the blue. All of them seemed to tickle her fancy.
Of course! Go find her yourself. She borrowed the phase flame to do some research.
Miss Ronmei is the very image of a scholar.
She just wanted somewhere uninhabited to experiment with her life spiral system. Anyway, one morning...
I'm not sure, but she doesn't seem to get around much.
There's someone next to the railway platform. Could she be...
I have a feeling we're on the right track.
I'll check the data when I get back.
Hello. I hope I didn't startle you. This is a work habit of mine. Using touch to open my senses and letting the details of your biological existence flood into my brain helps me understand your construction as a living organism. Such is the basis of deconstruction and reconstruction. Do not be concerned. You are very healthy. In fact, impeccably so. A perfect experimental specimen. I like perfect experimental specimens. Oh, really? I expect the views here had me lost in thought. I don't usually go in and out of the space station, and only discovered today that it was blessed with such calm, open views. It is a wonderful fit for the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossoms, sticky rice, and frosting sugar. Come here. Look. The blue planet is directly below us. It is so full of life. This dessert is very delicious. Here, take half. Delicious desserts remind people of how flowers look when they bloom. Ingest this dessert one bite at a time, and the sweetness will linger in your mouth. I hope you like it too. So, what do you think? I can certainly prepare more for you. It's become somewhat of a tradition to bring strawberry pastries when I visit Stephen Lloyd. His attendance seems quite dependent on them. An outstanding dessert. 10 grams of cubed sugar, 1 dried and salt-preserved plum blossom. Baking and cooking are the same as nurturing a universe. The heat must be controlled, planning must be meticulous, and one must not panic, no matter what happens. Unfortunately, there are still too many people in the space station. The clamor is not fitting for desserts. By the way, do you remember what my research is about?
No. My research area is short stories about toilets. Huh? What's going on? What am I...
I see. What a cute hobby. But remember, the next time something like this happens, it's crucial to mask your expression until you've ascertained the situation. You'll be full of weaknesses that others can see through. Let's try again. Now.
The dessert was tasty. I would like more. Why can't I say what I want to say?
You have quite... Come and have a walk with me. As the masses depart, there's an enveloping calm here. Just like in the no man's land I've ventured to in the past. Can you imagine a completely lifeless world? From there, you can glimpse the stars that lie at the very edge of the horizon. Following its celestial trajectory, the Great Teal Star illuminates an endless sea of white across both the sky and land. My mother and I navigated calm glaciers, looking for signs of life on that world, and encountered many bizarre phenomena. It was like finding the single correct piece in a mountain of jigsaw pieces. The process was convoluted and unimaginably difficult. But it was touching and enthralling as well. My apologies. It appears my words have left you perplexed. Please, don't be on edge. I bear no ill will. I haven't interfered with your linguistic faculties. Such an act would be impolite. I merely made a minor adjustment. A few days ago, I made my interest in you known to Herta. My intention is for you to serve as an assistant. Based on our interactions within the simulated universe, I firmly believe you fit the bill. I find extending trust beyond myself is challenging. A single error in detailed research can generate issues, and I despise matters that escape my control. Therefore, I added anti-truth serum to this dessert. It will not harm you. However, you will be unable to say what you truly think when answering questions related to me. Treat it as a layer of protection. This will shield my research and your personal safety. Once the problems have been dealt with, I'll give you the antidote. I can also reward you as compensation for being my assistant. I will fulfill your every wish. Yes. Problem. When I first arrived on the space station, I borrowed the phase flame from Herta. It's an invention of member number 29's circle. I hope to be enlightened by other society members' results. A surge of creativity led me to explore the cultivation of life on the space station. In my imagination, these life forms would be a new variety that are born as geniuses. I plan to name them after Lambda, member number 8 of the Genius Society. I don't know where it went wrong. They possess their own sentience, but are nowhere near geniuses. Moreover, my free-range approach seems to have backfired. In a lab leak incident a few days ago, some of these little life forms ran away and scattered all over the space station. I do not wish for Herta or Asta to be involved in this. Therefore, I'm hoping you can assist in recovering these little life forms. The researchers are still treating these entities as visitors. I want to steer clear of making my presence known, so as not to cause undue disturbances. I entrust this to you. Once the little life forms are collected, simply find a proper place for them. The researchers in the Department of Ecology should know about this, and provide you with suitable advice.
Such a peaceful spot.
What? A place where the space station stores dangerous experimental results? Why would anyone want to know that? Wait, did someone send you here to try to get things out of me? I'm not doing any private business on the space station. I have absolutely no knowledge of any special hiding places. And I certainly haven't sold any old junk rare treasures or discarded curios or anything like that. I'm not hiding anything at all. You're the sneaky one. What do you want? I won't talk to you if you don't tell me why you're here. Oh, that. You've got pretty good contacts if you know that already. If you want to solve the problem, go check out the storage zone.
Every stroke penned by a judge is tied to infinite karmic outcomes. One must proceed with great care. Every stroke penned by a judge is tied to infinite karmic outcomes. One must proceed with great care.
Nice. I'll try it out in my next expedition.
There's so many people. This seems to be the place.
Hey, guess what I got my hands on? Word on the street is that this is the downgraded version of Ranmei's life cultivation formula. It says 10 carats of ingenuity, 1 ton of practice, 30 particles of starquake, and a few drops of poisonous liquor for Madame Yu Qingtu. Rumor has it that it once created a talking chair. Let's give it a shot, shall we? First. We need to add some other good stuff in. And now we mix them together. Wait! Yikes. Take a...
Ranmei, member 80, but once she arrived on
Never fear. I can't even say.
Molten cheese tart is the best. Its outlook is infectious. What's our slogan again? 1, 2, energize yourself.
Our creed, Oh, praise be! You don't know? Molten Cheese Tart is Madame Ranmei's top fan! This is how it preaches. Those who offer their love are expressing admiration and affection for Miss Ranmei. Oh, let me tell you something. Since you're so you need to plaster hearts wherever Madame Ranmei.
Yeah. So this is the little like.
I am humbled to meet the molten cheese tart. What are you frozen in place for? Oh, you don't understand the honorable tart. That's okay. No worries for situations like this. We've specifically concocted a synesthesia beacon.
Wakaka! I'm a genius! A genius among. That was way too
Oh, molten cheese tart says. Molten cheese tart says, does Madame Ronmay? Molten cheese tart says, Madame Ronmay still has not recognized me as a life form that passes the requirements. I need to work harder. There's a kind of attachment reserved for the creator. To the world, you are but one person. But to me, you are the entire world. Oh, Madame Ronmay. Hey, you! Yes, you! Don't you have anything you want to say to Molten Cheese Tart? You should at least express how you would.
You heartless I almost forgot. I can't say any.
You! Shh! Oh, the Honorable Molten Cheese Tart may have a crispy. It's working so hard just to get You see, the Honorable. They both hope to receive Madame Ronmay's. You need to call it the. It's genuinely puzzling. Despite Molten Cheese Tart's remarkable qualities, why hasn't Madame Ronmay acknowledged it? It's clear that it yearns for her love. Love from the creator to her creation? Familiar love? Doesn't sound right. Romantic love? Definitely not. I don't know. Expecting me to understand love is like asking me to map the farthest reaches of the universe. Remember, as long as love is your compass, you're on the right track. And in the wise words of the Honorable Molten Cheese Tart, love must be shouted from the rooftops. That depends if the Honorable Tart agrees to it. Oh? The Honorable Molten Cheese Tart has agreed.
Nice.
You're here. Herta called Screwlum and I to the space station to discuss some important topics. She also sent an invite to Steven, but he didn't reply, and Herta didn't seem to want to wait any longer. And now, I wish for you to attend this meeting with me. I don't want Herta to worry herself over these frivolous matters, even though she probably wouldn't care anyway. Just in case, I want someone who will be on my side. In other words, you. Help me. It'll be easy. Just remember. All right, let's go.
Hi, Ron May. I've been waiting for you. Oh, you're here too? Looks like you two have become quite friendly.
It's good to see you, madam. Affirmation. This reunion has happened earlier than my calculations predicted.
Though you weren't invited, I welcome you to remember this historical moment. How long has it been since 3 geniuses were in the same room together? And how long will we have to wait for it to happen again?
Affirmative. Discounting our discussions on the simulated universe, our interactions are scarce. I look forward to the innovative ideas that may emerge from this juxtaposition of minds.
Let me get straight. straight to the point. I think it's time to find another partner for the simulated universe.
You wish to kick Steven out?
No, of course not. Steven doesn't want to get involved and voted to abstain. Oh, whatever. Look, I respect the way people want to live, but he doesn't have the chance to be involved in this decision-making anymore.
Question. Are we introducing a fifth partner for the simulated universe?
Yes, a fifth genius. The reason for our gathering is clear to everyone present. What else could prompt such a gathering of brilliant minds except for the answer? No one can refuse the secret of the eons. Not even Xandar. We'll definitely get a response.
What if the responder is Polka Kakamond?
That'd be great! Hey, Lord of Silence, are you listening? I'm member number 83, Herta, and I want to meet you. I believe you and I will have a lot to talk about.
It's unlikely we'll hear from Polka Kakamond. She's been off the grid for quite some time. Probability, member number 64, Dr. Primitive, may appear.
That's a hard pass. Given Dr. Primitive's shady research practices and his tussle with the Galaxy Rangers, the IPC will surely turn this into a media circus. He can get lost. I'd prefer it if the simulated universe remained scandal-free. What about you, Chingtu? Are you still in touch with her, Ronmei? Is she still alive?
Can we ask her to leave if we are to discuss this topic? The process will be long and boring. There's no need to take up other people's time.
Of course! You brought her in, after all. It's up to you.
All right. Let me walk you out.
And what the heck is this?
Seems like a programming error.
Oh, this fragment of Ronmei. Have you seen it in the simulated universe before?
It's probably in
Fine. I'm used to turning a blind eye to these things. It makes...
I probably will. Records indicate she likes this occurrence.
All right, I agree. As long as it helps you with your research, you can do whatever you want.
Come along. I'll see you out.
What's wrong? You're not leaving. Female wears a fashionable scarf. I find...
The air in the space station. Dr. Primitive's true identity.
It appears I was overthinking things. Impulsive behavior is pretty characteristic of her after all. Thankfully, it was just a minor scare. Still, meetings give me such a headache. It seems I'll have to stay put for a while. I see that you've recovered the life form in the master control zone. Thank you. Well done. I was simply being overly cautious. There are some things that I must tell you now. The retrieval of my life forms isn't complete yet. There's more than just one, and some are stored in a sealed... Herta uses that place to welcome visitors from across the stars, or to welcome members of the Genius Society. And now She gave me permission, and I'm giving you my access card. Give me your hand, and I'll input your fingerprint into it. Stay vigilant, Assistant. Should you come across a threat you can't handle, just alert me. I'll come to your aid no matter what. Remember, there is a giant incubator in the middle of the zone. That's where my headache is stored. Once you're back, come find me on the railway platform. Then you'll understand everything.
What would a sealed zone look like?
Buzz.
What's up with this unit? It looks...
Buzz. Madam Herta. High risk zone. Buzz. Permission status. Madam Ron May. Permissions granted. Madam Herta. Fine. As long as it... Buzz. I am a twin of the rice frying robot. I am the leftover rice fry. Maintain zone operation. Job of it. Welcome. Buzz. This. Fry leftover rice. Fry leftover rice. Welcome. Visitor. Conclusion. You cannot enter. Probability 50%. Other paths are open. Assessment. Seeking directions. Buzz. Suggestion. Proceed to basement. Locate records of cultivation path. Buzz.
Nice. Yeah. space flame is fascinating. Unfortunately, before the research could be completed, it vanished. I've initiated new attempts. The growth status of the 2 samples this time is promising. I incorporated personal taste preferences into the concept, but I'm uncertain about the outcome of such an action. They simultaneously possess 2 sets of emotional traits. They are at once cute, weak, sentimental, and sensitive, yet are also fierce, instigating, demanding, and confident. Interestingly, they also possess a kind of inclination, a yearning for their creator. It manifests as a natural, inherent emotion, similar to that of a baby towards its mother. Life towards sustenance, or the peculiar bond between humans. Huh? What's that sound out there?
Stay put!
Stand still. Say bye to breathing. Relax.
These are devils! I'll crush them all!
Turn out your pockets!
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
May as well kill them all. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
Reach the end of the story in your own way. This is just a different flavor.
Too much negative energy. Don't. Why? What's that noise? I need to find a place for this little one. That sounds...
Didn't hurt.
Happy New Year!
Stand still. Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Protect me, protect me.
Stand still.
Lance forward!
Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
Never imagined there'd be so many of them. You're here too? Seems like this is the other end.
The final days that member number 23 Echa spent in the mechanical city showed me that even the longest of lives, such as hers, have a limit. I'm now certain that the outcome of this cultivation is failure. Life can exist in thousands of different forms, which means the form itself has no purpose. These life forms are very advanced in their own concepts, and can even trigger chain reactions such as synesthesia, but that is not what I desire. I'm starting to feel lost. Perhaps the question, what is the essence of life, never had an answer. Member 1, Sandar, have you ever felt this lost or resigned?
Get them!
Stand still.
These are devils! I'll crush them all!
Relax.
Lance, forward!
Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still. Relax.
Happy New Year!
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
Protect me! Protect me!
These are devils! I'll crush them all!
Relax.
Happy New Year!
Get them!
Lance, forward!
Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
Ooh, extra tips.
Are you telling me to keep going?
Life is countless and varied in form. I firmly believe in that. Its beauty is like a myriad of flowers, and I want to pluck the one that never wilts. The patterns of all things always have complicated and enchanting exteriors, while their inner essences remain simple and plain. If we were to trace things back to their roots, just one equation would be enough to solve the confusion of all life. Ever since I was a child, I have always delighted in observing aspects of microscopic creatures, such as the speed with which slime molds devour objects. I have also gazed far and wide across the macroscopic world, investigating the progress of the universe up to this day. It was all very simple. I wish to discover the true essence of life, something that all individuals possess unknowingly, whether it is the materialism of their existence or an unknown entity beyond corporeal realms. To avoid blind faith in science, I cautiously raised a query. Would Ram-May be able to peel away external influences? Just like pinpointing a coordinate, would she be able to uncover life's most primordial and beautiful form of existence? I thought of one life form that would truly lie beyond my reach. And that is...
Protect me! Protect me!
Glad I trained! Happy New Year!
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
That was a heck of a performance!
Sounds fitting. Stay here for a bit. Did something just open?
Quick, snatch it all up!
Hidden room. Buzz. Only Madame Ron May has permissions. Please submit your ID. Buzz. Permissions granted, but select from the below services. This function has been.
Is this?
I thought of one life form that would truly lie beyond my reach. And that is... an emanator. I cannot comprehend what an emanator is. Scholars view them as the executors of the Eon's power. So, when did it begin? And at what point did they become closer to the Eons than any other life form? At first, I tried to create a genius. I failed. That question has no solution yet, and a long journey of discovery still lies ahead. However, erudition isn't the only path in the universe. If we set logic aside, would there be more primitive and pure emanators on other paths? Of course there would be. Tazeront. I was able to see the beginning and end of the swarm disaster through the simulated universe, obtain data on the Imperator and Sectorum and their descendants, replicate them, nurture them, and create a brand new scientific discipline. It is a logical decision. I will certainly succeed. The entity that I reconstruct will bloom into a life never before seen. Will Herta and Screwlum like this experiment? Most likely not. Therefore, before they realize what I am doing, I must hurry my work, as well as find a fitting assistant.
Permission granted. Buzz. Select from the below services. 1. Check visitor records. 2. Open incubator entrance. Madam Ron May. Buzz alien species. Man with plaster.
Seems like there's something...
Permission.
That sound's coming from above. There's someone in the distance. Who is that?
Here, a genius move. And how will you counter it? Only an idiot would ask such a question. Just move this here. You look distressed. Something the matter? If that's the case, you better get thinking. Are you waiting for a sign? Time it? Have you considered whether the answer to your... If a question is of no... Never mind. Allow me to clarify something. I know exactly who you are. And my goals are roughly aligned with yours. Since you're here, I won't That's all you need to know. Because I can't bear to see idiots. Of course, they wouldn't want to see me either. The real Ron May's creation is hidden in the giant incubator below. Go. Take the elevator.
Has an area this big? An emanator of propagation clone? How can that be?
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
Stand still.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Happy New Year!
May as well kill them all.
I'm on guard.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Give me strength.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Relax. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
I'm scared.
Stay put! Get them!
Stand still. Relax.
Feast your eyes! Happy New Year!
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
You dare attack me?
Give me strength.
Stand still.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Good times. Now time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
Protect me. Protect me.
May as well kill them all.
I'm scared.
Stay, get them!
Stand still.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Say bye to breathing. Relax.
Turn on to pockets! Feast your Happy New Year!
Not a scratch.
Give me strength.
May as well kill them all. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
It'll destroy the space station.
Don't come back.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Stand still.
Get them!
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Protect me, protect me. Happy New Year!
Attack me?
Not a scratch.
May as well kill them all. Stand still.
I'm scared.
Stay put.
Give me strength.
Fiends or devils? I'll crush them all!
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze. Lance forward!
Relax.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Protect me, protect me. Happy New Year!
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Lance at the ready.
Stand still.
I'm scared.
Stay put. Get them.
Didn't hurt.
You dare attack me?
Give me strength.
Fiends or devils? I'll crush them all!
I'm on guard.
Happy New Year!
After 56 seconds, the creature was unable to sustain its own existence and vanished as if it had never been born. The threat is over. Time to get going.
Is it over? I need to get some answers out of Run May.
The meeting of geniuses is over. As for the future of the simulated universe, that conclusion isn't important. What's important is your task. You look upset, correct? I regret my actions. There's no defending what I've done. Time and again, my experiments have fallen short, and they've always yielded predictable results. I made a clone, but it doesn't hold a candle to the emanator. Exactly as predicted. 56 seconds on the dot. Restrained by time and place, its code of life could only be considered an incomplete attempt. I managed to replicate the moment it was born. However, it would soon disappear and be reduced to particles. Like every living being, it inevitably faced its demise as it journeyed towards the end. I find no fault in that. However, even the briefest life should have meaning. I want to know the limits of its capacity. It will indicate how far I've gone in a field completely incomprehensible to me. And it was a minuscule step, just as I had predicted. I do not have a life outside of research. People always think this price is unimaginable, but it seems rather acceptable to me. I must admit, I'm not fond of scenarios where everything aligns perfectly with my expectations. An experiment should have its that's where the joy lies. Even the most predictable storylines can have their pleasant surprises. I have to admit that these little ones born in the process, sometimes I see a human-like response in them. It is a concept completely opposite to that of divinity. They have emotions may be either positive or negative, however, they're still a long way from becoming geniuses, and are therefore unable to discern whether this love is one of friendship, romance, or familial love. That being said, can even geniuses tell the difference? I cannot, at least. You believe my actions were wrong? There's no need to tell me your answer. Do I seem irresponsible? I'm sorry. The effects of the anti-truth serum will also wear off. If others mention me to you in the future, you can answer however you like. Well, after all, your memory of me will soon dissipate like smoke. Over time, hidden truths tend to surface. Past traumas, which I'd rather leave behind, have made me if I do not want a secret revealed, the most foolproof way is to destroy it. The anti-truth serum, it won't take effect immediately. It is a slow, intangible process. Perhaps you'll remember someone performed selfish experiments on that way. The connection between it will make our lives... I believe you. Screwlum will stay on the space station for a while longer. He and Herta still have problems they need. Do you still remember the no man's land I mentioned? I miss member number 55 reaching too sometimes. I hope I won't meet member number 4 Polka Kakamond. Who knows when the next gathering of geniuses will be? Do you have anything? I promise I will. If fate allows and you're interested, upon our next meeting, we could journey to No Man, though I suppose it wouldn't be No Man's Land.
The moon shines on the truth.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice never falters!
Blade of moonlight. The moon shines on the truth. The moon shines on the truth. Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame. I taste malice in the air.
Data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Does that hurt?
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
Lance at the ready.
Stand still.
I'm scared.
Get them!
Say bye to breathing. Relax.
The human body is beautiful. Oh, is that a stain? I like this coat.
Harrider Newsflash. Good evening, Madame Herta fans. This is an urgent broadcast. The great Madame Herta, member 83 of the Genius Society, has been targeted in an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility. Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
People who buy that think smart water raises their IQ.
Mr. Scrollum, this was a premeditated attack.
Conclusion: their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right. Which is precisely why we need her. The last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack was her.
And you are?
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild, a delegate from the IPC.
She's only just woken up, dazed. She may need a few pointers. Ah, we cross paths again. Do you remember me? Of course. Why would you? Memory is such a fickle thing, after all.
Miss Trailblazer, you must have many questions. Please be patient. Aster will explain it all to you.
You probably know the gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. She's away on a visit. This issue didn't seem to trouble her much.
She received an invitation from the IPC before the attack occurred.
Ah, the technology department. Charming little place, isn't it? Madame Yabuli does possess some semblance of competence, but her subordinates? Oof. Oh, they're a riot. Brimming with enthusiasm, yet utterly devoid of intellect. It's as if evolution halted prematurely for them. They want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science consultant. It's delightfully amusing. I can't wait to witness firsthand how these geniuses from the so-called Super Smart Club squander the IPC's vast resources. However, this attack was timed a little too well. I can't help but wonder if someone leaked this information, and the attackers seized the opportunity. Herta's aloof response to these juvenile provocations? Almost as intriguing. What a delightful little puzzle.
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ratio. We are honored to have your assistance.
Save your flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander. To debate the merits of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Quite the paradox, if you ask me. Excuse me, you. Tell me, what were you doing the last time you saw that puppet? Don't play the fool. Think.
I think I was...
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. I'm sure you can manage that, can't you? Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned something important, but I can't remember. If only there were some hints, then maybe...
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
My memory's kind of hazy. What did I do after that? This is what I recall before I met Herta, but I can't... Let me try to remember the conversation.
A curio? That's maybe the researchers at the Departments of Ecology or Insight may have an idea? Hinkle and are around here somewhere. I'd suggest you ask them about it.
Asta seems to have mentioned two names. Two researchers from the Departments of Ecology and Insight.
Those despicable villains are distorting the truth online. Ugh! If I discover who's behind this, they're gonna wish they'd never crossed me. A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body? Isn't that just a jinx? Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos? Well, I might be the Department of Ecology head, but I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to curios. Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating some paranormal phenomenon. I haven't seen him all day. I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station to be in such disarray while guests are visiting. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering. But there are some who are trying to exploit the chaos to agitate the workforce. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably turned into a big headache for Asta, too. Never mind, I shouldn't be telling you this. It's something that we researchers need to resolve ourselves. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Adler. Right. Then I ran into Arlen. Adler was with him. Adler was with Arlen.
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy? How could you let him?
Calm down, Brother Arlen. I know you're upset.
We're walking the dog.
We're having a walk.
Like I said.
So I'm the dog?
They seem to be hiding.
Oh, really? What a coincidence. We're looking for him, too. That kid sure is brave, running straight to the scene on his own. Brother Arlen.
Can you... Why are you looking for Adler? A lost curio. I see. He'll be able to help. Careful. The fragmentum in this area is very unstable. Over there! As I thought, he's in trouble. Look!
Everyone's a customer! Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
What a dream! Happy New Year!
Relax. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Lance forward!
Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
Protect me! Protect me!
Relax. Stand still.
Happy New Year! Peppy, are you okay?
That's me. What's up?
She wants to ask you something about curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's in your hands now. Oh, about that investigation I asked for.
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. Catch you later. So, that's all you got? Well, have you asked... Huh, she's... Huh? Let's call it...
Adler seems to have... let's go over it from the start. My memories of Arlen and Adler are...
A curious... How's it going? I see. See? Anxious, me? Some things had settled down. Yes, people were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic to spread, so I suppressed the reports and told the security. However, as you can rebuilding anyway, that's okay. Oh, by the way.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The only thing I remember is that they're from the Department of Insight. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is. The other person should be from... Identifying that person is crucial.
Let me describe it again in case... Send me a signal when you...
I think she... If only the...
Anyway, keep up the good...
Hey, what brings you here? It's all taken. Here's the account. Oh, small scale.
Here too. Did my memory piece... Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the base zone. What did Emily say?
I say, I'm not that. No need to be modest. At my age, you get a feel, though I see this. I'm not.
Again?
Oh, huh. However,
don't get me wrong.
The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler. The Xianzhou species Emily...
I figured you... I'm sorry.
Just as I thought.
I'm sorry. I see. There's only one. That means the words they use.
Have you asked the Department of... she's...
Huh?
That's right. Let's call it a day.
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That is most like... I need to go over it from the start.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you...
I think if only there were...
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see trace. That's not the point. Anyway, keep up...
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio. After which you knew nothing else until Lady Asta contacted you. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivating drama? A second-hand account. She wasn't at the scene. Hearsay.
Affirmation. We can ask Herta her...
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 system hours. but as it's...
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would seem to have a preconceived bias.
Apologies. It's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in... It is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid research. It can still help us reach the truth. If she is truly innocent, she can clear her name with answers. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
If you knew Herta, then you wouldn't find it...
Don't interrupt other people. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
I remember now. Back then...
That's enough. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically...
I remember now.
That's enough. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she...
I remember now. Back...
That's enough pretending. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted... And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't...
Herta didn't mention the name of the curio. However, she did give a thorough...
True. You wouldn't be able to make that...
Why do I feel like I'm...
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now.
That's enough and the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now.
That's enough and the assignment involves Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet... she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would treasure one curio so much.
Sure, but you're the one saying the curio in question is ordinary.
Say what you want.
A correct observation.
Herta's collection.
I doubt Herta is interested in the curio.
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even...
I remember now.
That's enough and the assignment involves Herta's collection. An endless trove of...
I remember now.
That's enough Herta's collection.
I doubt Herta is interested in...
Based on your story and the assignment, Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet...
I remember now.
That's enough Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles.
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it because of its relation to the Genius Society.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius. Affirmation. It holds some...
Yes. Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
Yes, to get more. I didn't get a direct answer, but Asta recommended I seek out a researcher who could help.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
I remember now.
That's enough. Then you said you asked Asta for... However, she decided to hold her tongue and...
Mr. Ratio, it's because...
I'm asking her. Your testimony went out the window the second you... However, she decided to hold her tongue until now?
I remember now.
That's enough. However, she decided... So what's the story?
Asta isn't trying to hide anything. It's because of her position. Some things shouldn't be said in the open.
What could be more...
I agreed for Mr. Ratio to become involved in this. It's okay.
So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is it...
The space station has been very distrustful of its higher management ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Another severe incident would further intensify suspicion.
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. After all, the Intelligentsia Guild's representative wouldn't be linked to the space station, but would still share the IPC's position. They wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still... Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes.
Yes, I ran into Arlen when looking...
Adler?
A level 2 researcher. According to the Department of Ecology head, he knows more about...
Well, did he...
Adler seemed to have had an idea at the time.
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that...
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. Researchers' disappearances, you... Clearly, though, it bears no connection to her...
No connection? I disagree. There should be evidence...
Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. Don't know the location.
She did say that, but then what? You need to provide...
There should be evidence. Arlen discovered something odd when the space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated.
Huh. But there are no signs of a fire.
That's what's so odd about it. But this may not be direct evidence. But if the system also recorded, then there's ample evidence to indicate...
If these two incidents were caused by the same person, then the suspicion put on you would decrease, provided that this fire suppression record does exist in the system.
We'll see in the main control room. Let's go. Huh? What was that?
Harrider Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
This is...
A declaration of war, and an announcement of what's to come. They have set their sights on you. The Legion's impact remains, and the Annihilation Gang is already paying a visit.
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from Fatora, a world long since destroyed. His race, the ever-burning fire demons, regard Nanook as their emperor.
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. Primitive's assessment of them. The value Nanook sees in the Annihilation Gang is perhaps far less than one might see. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite and destroy items.
Japella Brotherhood.
On the Stellaron Hunters' wanted posters, they stand accused of inciting the Japella Rebellion, the uprising that caused the downfall of the Brotherhood.
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames, and Ifrit's power, as something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? That video will soon circulate.
The destruction of trust.
I'm afraid more. You need to start acting now, if you want. You have a superior strategy? Pray tell.
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage.
Is that a stain? I like this coat.
Not good. This is serious. The security department will do whatever we can.
A list of the missing researchers and...
Sure, but the security department already...
A list of the missing Take it. Remember these names. Find a friend. I don't know.
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the department.
I didn't really notice at first. Adler's difficult to get a hold of at the best of times. But it's been a few system hours, and I still can't reach him. Even the surveillance cameras can't find any trace. The last time I saw him was in the Master Control Zone. He was with Wen Sherling from the Department of Implement Arts.
Lead the way. You said Adler was on the verge of a discovery, yet couldn't confer his knowledge. Intriguing and frustrating, to say the least. If his disappearance is also related to the case here, then maybe he really did stumble upon something important.
True. The key word we need to investigate.
Jerk! Fine! Disappear! Oh, he's been acting. He doesn't even answer me.
What did he talk about?
He kept saying...
Phrase.
Who said I want him back? But if you want to find him, he was reading this booklet the last time I saw him. I don't know exactly what he's searching for, but I hope it can help you.
Your countenance. So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. Isn't that a curious puzzle piece? I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It recorded the lives of a few geniuses. It's time to go back and chat with Lady Ast.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading. The incident hasn't grown any bigger, for now. How are things with you?
Less than promising. Or to use a different phrase, we're in deep trouble. We're running out of time. Let's retrace our steps and evaluate the situation. From the data we've collected, there are 3 avenues we can explore. First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
I understand.
Tenuous connect first. Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some
Adler also.
You think that Adler's
Indeed. And first, Adler's disappearance. The next angle.
Distasteful
A mere glance at their background, however. After Lady Asta must... The next angle is what the victims have in common.
I understand.
Tenuous The next angle is what the victims have in common.
I understand.
Tenuous The next angle is what the victims have in...
I understand.
Tenuous The next angle. First, Adler's disappearance.
I understand.
Tenuous First, Adler's disappearance.
I understand.
Tenuous First. The next angle. Last. You probably already know about this. The fire demon of last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous human combustion.
I understand.
Tenuous last is the abilities of Duke During prior unrest, instigated by the Everflame Mansion, some testified to seeing miscreants materialize from the Inferno. The flickering tongues of Duke... Look. This booklet describes a kind of fire...
It's the phase... However, she lived for a mere... The phase flame shifted...
This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flame behind.
I understand.
Tenuous This booklet describes a kind of fire that can fade...
I understand. So the answer is...
Tenuous connections. Enough of this nonsense. This booklet describes a kind of fire that...
I understand. So the answer is...
Tenuous This booklet describes a kind of fire that can... The kindling of this unique...
Somebody was once able to glimpse the traces of the phase flame and obtained a wisp of its kindling. Herta kept it and lent it to Ron May for her research, but the kindling was lost in the process. If Ifrit is a scion of the phase flame, then the entire incident is now clear as day.
The kindling of this unique flame must be the
I understand.
Tenuous The kindling of this unique flame must...
I understand.
Tenuous connection. The kindling of this unique flame must be the...
I understand.
Tenuous The kindling of this unique flame. I fear that this is the truth. Undoubtedly, the curio Herta asked to find was the phase flame, and Adler already I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
I understand.
Tenuous I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
I understand.
Tenuous connection. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. When Schurling said, Adler kept muttering about a phrase before he disappeared. I believe this, as a scion of the faith, that is the... We don't know where the victims went, but Duke Inferno's plan is now clear. And the sudden and consecutive disappearance. Once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. It will push the crisis. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed, it needs one more spark.
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. If it were me, I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame, lacking any phase shift ability. Logic. Asta is still within the confines.
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station.
A splinter, you say? Try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc.
I will head to Herta's office. Mr. Ratio, please go with Miss...
The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it. The way is awash with flames. Be careful. Get ready to... See? It's still in the space station. Do you know what to do with cornered prey? Hunt it to the death. For the theater of the mediocre.
The fire.
It's still resisting. For the theater of the mediocre. Answer me. 0 points. Perfect.
You'll pay for
Lance
this.
ablaze! Lance forward!
Lend me your strength.
Your answers? Test. Fail. I'm asking questions. Answer me. 0 points. For the fear of the mediocre. Test. Fail. SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Perfect.
0 points.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Your answer? Answer me. Fail. For the theater of the mediocre.
Troublesome. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. To travel far. Your assistance is timely.
Test. 0 points.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Answer me. Fail.
Human. Why?
The flame is getting weaker. For the theater of the mediocre. SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Got the defense? Test.
Lance at the ready.
0 points.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
I'm asking questions. Answer me. Fail. Your answers? Test.
ignorant fools blindly chasing the firelight. Not, it is little wonder that even the descent of the Savior's Legion was unable to claim. But next time...
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Oh? Ah, the banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not. Shall we? Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Okay, Lance, forward!
Lend me your strength.
Test. Answer me. 0 points.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Test. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Lance, forward! No scratch.
Answer me. 0 points. Test. Fail. Answer me.
Lend me your strength.
Test. 0 points. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong.
Test. 0 points.
I think something bit me. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Answer me. Fail. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
Lance, forward!
A miracle. Answer me.
Lend me your strength.
Test. Fail.
Lance, forward! Okay.
Answer me. 0 points. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Secret of the saints. Fail. Test. Immortality means forever. 0 points.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Lance,
Answer me! Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. 0 points. Fail. Test. 0 points.
Lance, forward!
Good work. You did. Rest assured, Asta, while you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found them. It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen fell. Yes, it is over. This business is over. But there is one mystery. And that is something I... I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or...
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlum. But do explain, why opt for silent wisdom?
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made this...
Oh.
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack, which never aligned with the annihilation logic. A third party saved.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation...
You are more candid than I calculated.
But still behaving within your calculation. One last question, Screwlum. Genius though you are...
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful and pulling the strings from behind the curtain.
The ruler of planet Screwlum is indeed well versed in the human mind. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude and despair when help is absent. I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with...
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my pursuit tinged with
You are indeed more like a...
As for the
I believe Asta will...
It is also a lesson I left. With that, I take my leave. A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.